back with another episode of what we're calling Release the Trap. We'll play on words, take it how you want. That's how we do things right here. The first couple, maybe minute or so of this video, it's gonna be more anatomy stuff. So if you want to skip past all this because you really don't care, you just want to know how we can get you out of some of this neck discomfort, then in the show notes, we'll be explaining the minutes in which you can skip to pass all the shit I'm about to say. But if you're interested in some anatomy, we're gonna dive into it right now. The upper trap, which causes a lot of that discomfort on the neck, we'll walk around, it's because it does a lot of things. It extends the neck, laterally flex the neck, laterally rotate the neck, or not laterally rotate, but just rotate the neck. It'll elevate the scaps, and it'll help upwardly rotate. So really, we're working overhead all the time, and we're always doing these things. So our upper traps, how many times after a long time of being up there, you're splicing, you're hanging sheetrock, you're putting pipe up, whatever you're doing, you come down, my neck is killing me. You know what I mean? So last week we showed you a couple stretch, which I'll show you again right now because that's the type of guy I am. So if I'm sitting down, which I'm sitting down, shoot that hand out. Pull this neck that way. It's the opposite way. And as I'm pulling my head this way, I'm shooting that out. Shooting the opposite hand to the ground actively. And I'm coming back. Now, something I neglected last week, my apologies. But hey, we're back again, and I'm gonna hook you up with it. But another good stretch for that too is also look into your, about a 45, okay? Turn your head about 45, it's gonna smell your own armpit. Take your hand behind the head, like you're smelling your own armpit, and pull. Nice. As you pull again, you're pushing your hand away actively. Okay? I'm talking 3 sets. You wanna call them reps or breaths. I like to go by breaths, okay? So an inhale. When the breath is over, the stretch is over. You do 10 of those each arm, each way. This straight up side where the eyes are looking, and then the way that I'm smelling my own armpit. Now what we're gonna talk about is after you stretched all that out, how do we keep that stretched out and stop making it work so much overtime? You know, how do we call the other guys in real quick? You know what I mean? Or at least get paid for this, right? So what we're gonna do is show you little things you can do, some tools you can use. Now, I'm gonna use a resistance band for part of it, and you can sit there like, oh, you want me to carry a resistance band to work? I've seen you guys, girls, do some wild stuff at break, okay? That do not benefit you whatsoever. I think you can manage carrying a resistance band if you want, and doing a little something, so chill out. So we're gonna get into that right now. So after we did our stretching, we take our resistance band, right? And what we're gonna do is get it's called the serratus anterior muscle. What this serratus anterior muscle does is it'll do like that, protract. It's the boxer's muscle, you know what I mean? Then it'll also help with some of this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I mean? It'll also bring the traps down, bring the scapulas down. Also the lower traps. It's like the upper trap, but it's lower. It does different things. The upper trap is up here. Guess where the lower trap is? It's lower, it's down here. So it brings the shoulders down. So we're gonna go over how to work this serratus muscle more, the boxer's muscle, because it'll help take some pressure off the upper trap from doing so much work. And we're also gonna talk about how we can also get the lower trap to do some work to take off some pressure from the upper trap from doing all this work. So when you're at your job, you're not coming down off the ladder in pain, and the next time you gotta go up to all right, let's go again. I mean, you're Johnny Bang Out now, you know what I mean? You're the guy the foreman goes to. You stay employed. You stay getting paid. It's the name of the game, right? So let's do that. It's a little stronger. I suggest starting with the red one, but this is the one I got right now, so I'll show you. Throw it around your back, like so. You're gonna push out, and then an extra push. That extra push, that's that serratus, okay? Side view. Extra push. Okay, so now we're just working the action of the serratus. That's great. Get a couple reps and let that, not that it's quote unquote sleeping, muscles don't sleep, but you'll be able to understand that you can even utilize it more, you know, by having that feel for it. Your brain will be like, oh shit, what's going on here? Let's start using that more. Now we're gonna do the lower trap to depress the scap more. So I want you to throw this right over here like that. like you're on a crucifix. If you're very religious, think of Jesus. It'll help you do this better. He'd want you to. So now you're here. I went from hands out, bring them next to my body, and then let my shoulders come up, and then push down through the band, like you're trying to punch the floor. Shoulders come up, push down through the band like you're punching the floor, okay? Again, you could do 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, really. You know, it's not like you're gonna overwork them. These are muscles that most humans don't really engage too often. It's just only gonna help you. Now, it's good to hit the muscle at its action, right? But you wanna have the shoulder be functional as well. So what I'm gonna demonstrate for you here is, I want you to imagine this being like a piece of pipe on the job with maybe a fitting up top. Let's imagine this is like steam fitting or plumbing pipe, and this is a fitting for some extra weight up top. So after you just did that stuff I just showed you with the resistance band to work the action of the serratus and the low trap, after you stretched out the up trap, this is what you're gonna do to work the stability of that shoulder, of the scapula. That's only gonna help you. And the reason I'm showing you this way, because it's something that's on the job, you know? You can do it right there. And I've seen people do crazy things on the job. This is, change up the game. Change the way things go. Be that change. Be the cause for change. Now, before I even start, I just want to tell you, the lower you go, the harder it is. Get closer to the weight up top, the easier it'll be for you. I suggest starting higher. So what you're gonna do is hold this right like this, okay? You're gonna push out the extra push, and then you're gonna lift up, and then externally rotate your arm. Now, you might not know what I mean by externally rotate, so I'll show you from this angle. Push, extra push, lift up, and then rotate. You're doing your best to keep this balanced up top, as if you had a level up there, perfectly level, okay? Don't let it tilt, none of that. Perfectly level, control. Come down, reset. Out, extra push, up. And then rotate on the way, finishing up here. Don't let it come all the way back, not all the way forward, here, okay? Now, one last key to this, which I'm gonna start bringing into the topic of the thoracic spine, which we'll talk for another video, but just because you're gonna be doing this movement, it's something you should be thinking about. So, when you're going above head, this is what we don't want to see. All right, you don't want to be extended. You don't want that proud chest out here, you know what I'm saying? You want to be tucked. Tight stomach, up. First we stretch that upper trap out. Then we get the action of the serratus muscle and the low trap muscle working. Then we get the function of the shoulder. And again, this is just ways that's only gonna help you out in life. You know, how many times do you come off that ladder and you're in pain? And instead of trying to figure out how to fix that almost permanently, what do? We go for quick fixes, you know? So we're just here trying to get that a healthier workforce. So you could do what you want to do for longer, and maybe even try to attempt things that you've been thinking about doing that your body has been limiting you from doing. So that's it. Give this a shot. Any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down and let us know.